What's up YouTube, this is your boy G back in another video. Alright, so today I'm just going to show you real quick how to get the 7th Heaven mod manager, right, for Final Fantasy 7 OG. Now of course you have to have the original Final Fantasy there. So if you don't have the Final Fantasy yet, just search for for it on the store. This is Steam Deck, by the way, right? I'm going to show you how to get it on Steam Deck installed. And again, if you don't have that, just search for Final Fantasy 7 original. OG will still be there. You'll be able to play it, but of course we want to play it on the best way that we can, and that is via mods. Now there is a really great mod called 7th Heaven. That's the mod, and as you can see, it's different art style now. Already changed it with the artwork, and this will allow you to play Final Fantasy OG like the one that you saw on the start of this video. First thing that we're going to do is of course go to our desktop mode. So let's go ahead and go to the desktop mode, and I want to show you how to get the 7th Heaven. It's pretty easy, but sometimes a little bit intimidating. So just search this, just type 7th Heaven Steam Deck fix, right? So it's going to give you of course a lot of result. But the very first one will be from the GitHub, right? The .access 7H Steam Deck. So just click on that, visit the site, and this is actually pretty straightforward. Now from here, you can see, scroll down a little bit, it will show you really quick instruction how to do it. So this is it. I'm, by the way, doing it on my Steam Deck alone, so you can actually relate. You can dock it and use a keyboard and mouse, but pretty much you can also install it without any mouse or keyboard. It's just probably going to be a little bit tougher. So it says here 7th Heaven, 7H Steam Deck fix, streamlining the installation process for 7th Heaven on Steam Deck, which is awesome, right? Because on PC it's a little bit cumbersome. So there's also a video tutorial there, of course, sponsored by them, but you can just download the script provided automatically here, 7th Heaven stable, and then the prod and trick. So those are the things that you really need, but it will automatically download that for you as well. It's actually pretty easy, right? So go on the top of this page here, all right, right in the code, just click this download zip, right? That's the one that's talking about earlier. So when you click on download zip, it's going to be downloaded there. All right, let's go to the folder, open that up. This is the Steam Deck zip. So just right click on that and extract here. So I already have that before, of course. And once you extracted that, it will be like this, right? And then this will be the content inside, right? The files. So next step that you're gonna do is to right click this sh fix .sh, right? So just right click on that one and then click on run in console, right? So let's go ahead and click that. All right, so as you can see, it's downloading 7th Heaven automatically by script, and it's gonna give you some instruction how to do it. So it says here, this is kind of important, right? So you make sure you don't miss this. So there are a couple of steps here, but number one is add the game, right? Or add a game as a non-Steam Deck game. Select, basically this file as the .exe there. I'm gonna show you in a bit. 3 is name it whatever you want, but basically it's 7th Heaven. That's the name that we're gonna go to. Go to the compatibility section and click force compatibility, right? Select Proton 8X, where the X is just the latest version, just get the latest version basically. And finally, run the game, right? That's the 7th Heaven. Go through the wizard and install at C7 Heaven. Now, don't worry about it. I'm using SD card, but it will automatically install it in the SD card still, even though the actual location here says C7 Heaven. Now, it's important to install it there, otherwise it won't open, so don't change that. And then after that, do not launch it. All right, just click that right away. Now let me actually show you what it's talking about. So open your Steam, right? So let's search for the Steam here real quick. All right, now I already have 7 Heaven here, but I will show you how to actually install it. So let's go ahead and click on add a non-Steam game. So that's how you do it, right? So just go to the browse and then essentially go to the download folders. That's where you download the zip file earlier, right? You extracted it and it contains this one. So just click that release.exe, right? The exe, and add it. Add selected programs, right? And it's gonna be that one. This one. All right. So as you can see, initially it's gonna look like this, right? No art cover yet, no nothing. So go straight to its properties here. All right. And then very first thing that you're gonna do is rename this to 7th Heaven, right? So you're gonna use a keyboard, right? Because the onboard keyboard here is gonna be finicky if you're in the desktop mode. So make sure you connect a Bluetooth or like a USB. But do what you must. You just need to remove this as release exe and basically just make it like 7th space heaven. I'm gonna show you real quick how it looks like exactly. Go to the compatibility mode here. All right, check that out and select the Proton 803. All right, and you're basically done with that one, and it's gonna look like this, right? This is the finished version, right? So if you go to the properties of that one, that already contains artwork, but it's gonna be like this, 7th Heaven only, and then on compatibility, it's gonna have the Proton 803. Now, as soon as you've done that, you're gonna launch it, right? But you're not going to open it, right? You're gonna install rather. So if you click display, I'm gonna just show you, it's gonna ask you to install. It's just the basic installation wizard, right? Pretty self-explanatory. So just follow that up, as you can see. So it's gonna ask you to install it here, right? Just go ahead and click on browse there and select the just the C drive, right? Just the normal C drive. So let me just go on the top here. Where's the C drive? And see. Yeah. So it's supposed to be like that. Let's go next there. And then it's gonna ask you to install it there, right? And then next again, or basically install. Now it's gonna ask you if you want to put a shortcut. Doesn't really matter, you're not gonna use that, and just hit next. Now after you hit next, I'm gonna hit cancel though, I already have that. After you hit next, it's just gonna run into some basic installation, right? Wizards, again, it's very simple. And then after it's done, it's gonna ask you if you want to run it, right? Like open the actual 7-Eleven application, so or 7 Heaven application. So just uncheck that and close it as it's stated here, right? Close and stated. And then once you're done with that one, just click on OK here. So it's going to ask you, wait for the installation to complete, close the wizard, blah blah blah. So just go ahead and once it's done installing, right, just click on OK, and then it's going to ask you if is your non-Steam game named 7 Heaven, right? That's the reason why we name it like so. So just click on yes there. It's going to try to look, and it's going to ask, do you want to copy your save from vanilla? Of course, go ahead. And it's now trying to install. Now you will see some errors there because I already have another copy, but it's just installing another one. All right, so it's gonna say that it's done, and it will reboot or restart your Steam, right? So just go ahead and wait for that, and you're basically done with this console, right? So it says click save the first time you open the 7 Heaven, and let me just open that up, and run the game once in order to install the FFNX, where you have to have that. So just go ahead and close this console. I don't need that anymore, and then go back to your library there and launch the 7 Heaven here. All right, so it's now open. This is the 7th Heaven mod manager. Now the very first thing that you're going to see is not this one. I already have a lot of mods installed because I already downloaded that. I will show you how to download that in a minute. But very first thing that you're going to see is save, right? It's gonna like show you this game driver there, and it says save here. So just click save initially. We're gonna go back to that later on. But first thing that you're gonna do is to actually run it without mods yet, right? So play without mods here. All right, launch the game so that it will successfully install the FFX or the FFXN, right? FFN mod on it. So let me just launch the game there. So this is the vanilla, as you can see. All right, let's see if we can continue. We kind of like got our save, so that is the save. And if you notice, you know, it's just the vanilla one, right? The resolution of the environment is not really top notch. So as you can see, that's how they look like right initially, right? So, you know, that's the pixelations and everything. Get out of that one. All right. And then once you're back to this one, you're now ready to download mods, right? Again, this will be empty. Now, first thing you're gonna do before downloading mods, let me just minimize the Steam here. So it's not gonna like confuse you there. It's just the Steam. But yep, let's maximize the mod manager here, 7th Heaven. We're still on the desktop mode, right? Later on, we'll, you know, once you're configured everything that you're into your liking, you can go back to your desktop mode so you can just freely use it. Now go to the settings here and go to the game driver again, and a couple of things, right? You can configure this resolution to whatever your liking is. Mine is 1280 by 800 right now for my, you know, for my Steam Deck size. And then run it on full screen. You can also do window and borderless, of course. And then stretch to fill, right? You can run it on widescreen if you want. You can also do native. Mine, I like it to stretch. And advanced lighting, right? That's just awesome to have. You go to the advanced here and you enable the analog commands. The analog commands is crucial because it's just so awesome. It's gonna make Cloud move like the modern games, right? Not just the directional up and down, back, forward. It's gonna adapt and it's gonna be able to be moved using the analog one, and it's seamless, right? Again, it's not just up and down. So Steam compatibility, of course, and then show FPS, you know, whatever you like. I like to have an FPS there. That's pretty much it. Go ahead and save it, and then go back now to this browse catalog and then download whatever mods you like. Now it has a lot of mods, you know, some of them are bigger, but they're just around 2 gigs, you know, 3 gigs. It's pretty much manageable. All of this are actually installed in my SD card, so you don't have to worry about that. It's fine. It's not gonna fill up your internal memory. Now you can just read the description from the left side here, right? And then, you know, you can try it, whatever you like. It's up to you now. Now these are the mods that I've got. I'm just gonna show you real quick. I've got the tuna mods are pretty good, right? I got the 60 FPS gameplay. I got tuna mods, you know, for echo, right? Adding voice on the gameplay. And then I got other couple of mods there, right? Essentially, my goal is just to improve the graphics fidelity, right? You know, iron out the graphics of it. So I have like 4 times texture resolution, things like that. But again, it's up to you if you want to, you know, use mods. But it's very easy to download the mod. You just have to click on that. Like for example, this one, 60 30 FPS gameplay, and just click this little download button, right? Once you click that, it'll automatically download it and install it, and you don't need to do anything else, right? I mean, it's gonna go back to your My Mod here, and by default, it's gonna be even automatic. So you can just, you know, disable and enable that. Now, once you have all of the mods there, you can actually configure them as well. So for example, if we go to the Echo, which is super awesome, right? It's adding voice for some reason. You can click on Control Mod, and you can turn it on or off, right? From there. And there's a lot of other parameters inside, like for example, night and day cycle in this one, you want it off, on, you know, music. Do you want to adjust the frequency of the battle lines, right? Battle grunts, and a lot of stuff. And you can also do that on other mods like textures. For example, if we go to the Nino style battle here, which I like, you can configure that. and enable that from different character, right? If you want Cloud to be like looking like this, then you can, you know, enable that. Disable if you don't want to, and yeah, you can do all of them, right? You can do a lot of stuff. So version 3, and there's also like an image there for you to see if you're gonna like it or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Once you've done installing that, you can go back to the game mode now. So let me actually show you. Let's go back to the game mode here. All right, we're back to the gaming mode, or to the game of the Steam Deck. As you can see, Tifa is there. Just change the art again, change artwork. All right, I believe this is from like a plugin, right? If you don't have this, this is like super awesome plugin. So make sure you get the plugin here, right? Decky, right? If you don't know how to install Decky, I'm gonna put on the description. I'm gonna put some link on that one on my video. I'm gonna also put it somewhere, I think here, right? On the link on how to install Decky, just in case you don't know it yet. But you know, there's a lot of plugin there. I really like the Bluetooth one. I always use this. But yeah, I believe that one is the Steam Grid DB, so you can always download the artworks. Again, this is just mods, right? Still using your Final Fantasy 7 original game. However, it's not gonna trigger achievement in Steam, right? If you're after that, you will have to play your OG one. So it's just really your personal experience. But when you launch it like that, it's gonna go to the actual 7 Heaven now. All you need to do is just to click on play, right? You can configure the mods, you know, whatever you like, but you can just click on play here, right? And it's just gonna play it with mods already. Now it's gonna look like this, and it will take a couple of minutes before it'll actually launch the game. As you can see, it says here successfully launched FF7. But let's go ahead and wait a bit, and let me show you how it's done. All right, it says Chinamos here because I got that, but it's now just launching. You know, it's showing artworks of my monster. You can always disable that if you don't want to. But if we go back to our save here, so as you can see, it's pretty sharp, right? The artwork is night and day, and it's also using kind of like full screen here versus like a 4:3 aspect ratio, right? So it's wide and good. It's really good for Steam Deck. So if you go there, you can change a lot of things, right? Like the menu stuff here, you can make it thin, you can make it good, but I kind of like customize mine to be as close as possible to vanilla because I still wanted to feel that nostalgia, you know, the vanilla. I don't want it to change so much. I just want to update the graphics a little bit. So, you know, I'm not going to be turned off on that one. But if we run here and fight the battle, let's see. It's like the scorpion something, right? So as you can see, even the background's pretty crisp there, right? Super crisp graphics there. You're not gonna see pixelation or jagged edges. So that's where I'm after at. And of course, the model of our character will be awesome here. By the way, it's super awesome to play this again, hand in hand with remake, you know, special upcoming Rebirth. I'm actually replaying my remake for the third freaking time. And it's just so awesome to play this on Steam Deck while I'm playing the remake on PS5 and occasionally in Steam Deck by a Chucky. If you noticed earlier, I have Chucky here. So I can definitely compare their stories and their pacing side by side. Now this, as you can see, it's very crisp, right? The graphics is spot on, it's very clear. It looks like a Tales game, you know. It doesn't look like a 1997. It looks like a PS1, alright, but which I like. But it's crisp and sharp without any jagged edges or any pixelation, which is super awesome. So this is the Echo S. As you can see, there's like a really good artwork for credits of the voice actors that they created. That's awesome actually, because this mod, whoever created this mod, recorded voice acting for those characters, which is awesome. Really good way to play Final Fantasy 7 because, as we know, it doesn't have any voice before. So this one is the way to go. As you can see, the FMB is also crisp, right? Because there's also a mod for that, so making it more crispier and clear, right? All right, let me just try to fight this, guys, so we can see Cloud in action. Get down, Merc! That's my voice, not this one. So that is Cloud. So as you can see, guys, I like the model of Cloud because you can always see the sword as if it's the remake, but the character is still cartoony enough to fit in the art style, right? Which is awesome. So let me go ahead and fight this guys here. Ex-soldier, man. It's not even Cloud yet. All right. All right, that's how we look like. So as you can see, Cloud is like that, and it looks awesome. All right, yeah, but that's about it, guys. Again, I just want to show you real quick how it looks like. It's very crisp and it's very good right now. I love it. I love this art style. So, you know, just go ahead and comment down below if you have any questions or any suggestions on this video. I just would like to share this one because I installed this recently. I mean, you know, right now, and I've been playing Final Fantasy Remake on my PS5 and this one on my Steam Deck, so it's awesome. So I want to like to share the experience. If you have any comments or question, let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. I unbox stuff, I review stuff, and put up some tutorials like this if I can. But yeah, thanks so much in advance. But that's all for today, guys. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.